guys, I'm Missy, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. So today's another declutter. I'm going to be working on my powders, setting powders and finishing powders, press powders, all that good stuff. Kind of like a miscellaneous items here, and liners and glue and all that good stuff. So, and mascara. But I think I'm going to start with my powders first. So let me kind of move some things around and pull the powders forward. And just like I said with other ones, I am refilming all these videos because I lost all my footage. I accidentally deleted it. So what I will do is mention some of the products that I already decluttered and gave away in the first videos. And I'll pop up pictures of those and why I decluttered them. And then, we'll work on decluttering some items from all of this collection, or all of these items. Okay, so I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and I want to start with my pressed powders. So some of the ones I already decluttered and gave away was the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear in Translucent. It just did absolutely nothing at all. I don't feel like it contributed to any kind of blurring or anything like that, and it definitely did not work for any kind of mattifying oil control for me. So I decluttered that one, gave it away. I also got rid of pressed foundations that I had in my collection because I just don't use powdered pressed foundations. I believe I had an Essence one I decluttered, a Elf one I decluttered, and my ColourPop ones I decluttered. So yeah. Basically, I never use those type of products. Again, I'll pop up on the screen pictures of the ones that I decluttered and already gave away. This really sucks. I'm having to refilm all this and having to kind of make do with what I did, but it happened. But yeah, I want to get started on these pressed powders that I have here. So first we'll start off with these guys. This is from Catrice. This is the Magic Shine Eraser. This is a gel to powder formula. I like this. It's nice. I feel like it does a good job of like mattifying my makeup, making it last throughout the day. And it's like this jelly putty type texture. This is essentially a dupe for the Mally one. I fell in love with the Mally Beauty one. This is their Universal Face Defender. Now this one specifically says you can use it as a primer or to set your makeup. And I love this. I feel like it makes my base look really, really smooth when I put it over the powder. I don't really use it as a primer. I use it as a setting powder. But I really like this. And if you want something more affordable, this is nice. It just doesn't say anywhere that I have found that it could be used as a primer as well. So that's the only difference I can see. But these are pretty much consistently the same thing. But this is cheaper. So keeping both of those because I do like them. The Mirabelle Glow, or Mirabella Glow Universal Hyaluronic Pressed Powder. So I got this in an ice cream beauty box. It comes with this cute little lighted mirror, and then underneath you've got a puff. This is an okay powder. I'm not really wowed by it. I'm not sure why it's called Glow, because I don't really see any glow from it at all when I use it, and it just doesn't wow me, so I'm going to declutter this one. You want to talk about glowy powders, though. These are not going anywhere. I mean, you guys can see I have backups. This is no longer available. This is the NYX High Glass. This is the one I'm currently working on, and I've already hit pan. These are not going out of my collection until they are gone or start smelling bad, because I love this powder as a finishing powder for my makeup. Keeping. Okay. Again, glowy, because I love a good glowy finish. So this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder Filter. I like this one as well. I think this is a really good option for this one. It's not as glowy as this one. I have yet to find one that is, but it's pretty darn close. Again, I'm no longer purchasing from this brand currently, but I am still using the products that I did purchase that I want to keep in my collection, and this is a good product. So I'm going to keep. This is another glowy setting powder. This is the loose setting powder for them. And at first this came out first, so that's why I bought it. But then I was really excited that they came out with the pressed version. So since I have the pressed version now, I don't need the loose version. So I'm going to declutter this one and pass this one along. Now, let me just say, since I'm already decluttering, please do not ask me to give you any of this makeup. What I do is I pass the makeup along to my friends and my family members, and if anything is new, I donate, okay? I just feel icky giving makeup to people that I don't know in my personal life, so please do not ask. Okay. Moving on, though, another glowy powder. This is new in my collection. I just got this from Ipsy. This is the Galactic Luminous Face Powder in, I think, light. This is brand new. I haven't even opened it yet to see how I'm going to like it. So I am going to keep because I do want to try it out. I hate reflective packaging, though. But yeah, it is the shade Neutral, actually. So we'll see if it's a good shade match. I did kind of swatch it a little bit, though. We'll see. I don't like a glittery powder. This one doesn't seem like it's going to be glittery. It does seem like it's going to be glowy. So we'll give it a try, see how it looks. Hopefully it won't be like too yellow on me or something, but going to keep and try out. So we have the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. This is a very good under eye brightening powder. I don't reach for it as much as I used to because I've really been enjoying pink under eye as of late. So I've been working on that, which I have a little Catrice pink under eye setting powder that I've been using. It's a loose version, but when I want a pressed brightened under eye, I do reach for things like this. I don't think anyone has made a pressed pink version of a setting powder. If you guys know of a brand that has, please let me know because I'd really like to check that out. But yeah, I think I'm going to continue to keep this one in my collection, though. And we'll revisit it in the next declutter. So this is the NYX HD Finishing Powder, also in the shade, banana shade. Yeah, banana. And Yellow Caniculus raves about this powder for setting her under eyes, so I wanted to give it a try. I still have yet to try it. So I'm going to keep so that I can try it out and kind of compare it to this one to see if I like both or one over the other. I will say this one looks a little more brightening than this one. So this one may end up being too yellow under my eyes, but I definitely need to move this into an X, like Get Ready With Me or something to try out. So I'm going to keep. I also picked up the NYX HD Finishing Powder in Translucent. As you can see, I haven't even opened this one yet. I do want to try it. I'm a little concerned based on the color of it, and because of this one here, and I'll talk about that in a minute, because I'm concerned that it may end up looking like that one does on me, and if that's the case, this will probably end up going in my next declutter too. But since I haven't used it yet, I'm going to keep it and try it out. This one. This is the Ofra Oil Control pressed powder. I got this in Ice Cream Beauty Box. It does a decent job somewhat of setting the oil. It's not my best powder for that. But when I use this, it leaves a very bad white cast. So for that reason, I'm going to declutter this and it's going to leave my collection because I don't like that, how it looks. So this is going away from my collection. This one, this is the TYS Beauty Angel Face Powder in the shade Heaven. This doesn't do anything for setting my face. This is a nice finishing powder. It does a good job of like smoothing, but I'll be honest, when I use a finishing powder, I love to use a glowy finishing powder. So for that reason, I think this is going to leave my collection too. It's not a bad powder, but I don't really reach for it. And I know myself, I'm really not going to reach for it over my glowy finishing powders. And this was just recently in a monthly makeup series, and that is what helped me discover that I knew I wasn't going to be reaching for this like I reach for my glowy finishing powders. So nice product, does a good job of like smoothing down and blurring the skin, gives a nice finish, but yeah, it's just not glowy for me. So gonna pass that along to someone else. Okay, so let's move on to my loose setting powders. Let me see here. I think I got a couple more pressed powders I missed though. Yeah. Okay, so we have the ColourPop No Filter Finishing Powder in Light. I actually really, really love this. I was shocked at how much I love this. Now again, this is another one that is not glowy. But I will say I love the finish of this one over that one. Just because this is a lighter coverage for me than that one is. But if you're wanting something more smoothing and blurring, I definitely recommend the TYS Beauty over this one. This one is just kind of a basic finishing powder, but I am going to keep, and it's the shade Light. Wasn't sure if I told you that. The Sophia and Maybelle one in Porcelain Petal. This is another one that it's an okay powder. I'm not super wowed by it. Again, I would prefer the TYS over this one. And this one is just a little bit too light for me. So I'm going to pass this one along as well. Okay. Then we have my Sleeping Beauty Besame one. This is a pink powder. Well, it looks pink. See if I can get it open. There we go. It's got a heck of a magnet on it. So it comes with a puff. So this is pink in the pan, but it's actually translucent. I'll be honest, I keep this because Sleeping Beauty is my favorite Disney cartoon. And I love the packaging on this. And I do use it from time to time. I'm considering moving this into like maybe a shadow box keepsake thing. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile for right now. And I'll come back to it in a minute. So then we have the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Micro Finishing Pressed Powder. I haven't really got to use this yet. So it's a white powder, but it's supposed to be translucent. Again, I haven't got to use it yet, but these powders do concern me after using the Ofra one, but I'm trying to be open-minded. I want to try it before I make my full decision on it. And Makeup Forever is used by a lot of makeup artists over the years, so I kind of got to trust their judgment a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to keep it, try it out. Now, I think that is all the pressed powders and I can move on to my loose powders. Yes. Okay, so sticking with Makeup Forever. I believe I got this in the Ipsy Icon box. This is one of those like color correcting mix together with setting powder. I got the shade 1.0 Light. I've tried this a couple times now. So as you guys can see, it's got a pink powder, like a bluish color, and then like a light powder, setting powder. So the way this works, you like twist it and it all falls down into this little alcove thingy, right? I don't like this powder at all. I've tried it with puff. I've tried it with a brush. First of all, I hate this. It's a little difficult to kind of get down in here, especially with a puff, which is my preferred method to apply my powder. And not only that, like I love a good glowy finish, but this leaves glitter particles all over my face, and I look like I should be in a Twilight movie. I hate this powder, so this is definitely leaving my collection. I cannot stand to look at my complexion when I finish my makeup and all I see is glitter all over my face. So definitely going. Moving on. So I just got this one. This is from, I think it's pronounced Rodial. It's either Rodial or Rodial. I'm not sure. I just got this. This is the glass powder. I haven't even used it yet, so I'm going to keep because I want to try it out. Brand new. Same with the Morphe mini bacon set. I've never really been a big Morphe person, but I've heard they've like rebranded and things, and the quality is better than it used to be, because just a couple things I tried in the past for Morphe I wasn't a huge fan of. But I do want to try this out, and especially since it's a mini, it's good for like on the go and travel. So definitely going to try that out. And it's in the shade Translucent. So keeping. Continuing with new in the box, this is my backup of my Lunar Beauty Lunar setting powder. This is a really nice powder. I have the shade, I believe it's Light. Yeah, Translucent Light. This is my backup. You know, if I buy a backup of something, I really like it. So I'm going to keep my backup, and obviously I'm going to keep the one that is open. This is a really nice powder. It comes with a little puff. Mine's kind of nasty. I need to wash it. So I love that it has this little like lid here to kind of keep the powder in. So that way when you're unscrewing the lid, powder doesn't go everywhere. And I really, really like that. And, you know, you've got your puff down in there. It holds. But this is a really nice powder for smoothing, kind of blurring out the texture. Really, really nice. So definitely keeping. And it's really good for oil control. I also have the pink version. Like I said, I love a good pink under eye as of late, and this is a really nice one because it's not super pink. It's like that perfect light pink that I enjoy, so definitely keeping. And you know, it comes with a puff and everything as well. I don't have a backup of this because I don't use it as much as I use this one, because I just use it under my eyes. This one. This is the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Powder. I decluttered the matte one as well, and I've already passed that one along. Just because I feel like my makeup looks nice, yes, when I use it. But I don't feel like it does anything beyond that. And I'm just not a huge fan of it. Now, this is the Illuminating. This one has a bit of glitter particle in it. It's nowhere near as bad as this. I can tolerate this, but like I said, I just prefer my glowy powders and illuminating powders, however you want to say it, in a pressed version. because I use them as finishing powders. So I'm not going to reach for this simply because of that. So I'm going to pass this one along as well. Not a bad powder. Not great for oil control, the mattifying one. But it's also not the worst I've ever used either. So I'm going to pass this one along. New in my collection, I haven't used this yet. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Powder in Soft Pink. This is a decent sized setting powder. I did like the Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder. I did pass it along just simply because I was reaching for other powders in my collection more, but I passed it along to my mom. She really liked it. But I do love the fact you get a lot of product with the Wet n Wild powders. I do want to try this out, see how it compares to my Catrice and my Lunar Beauty and even my Glam Light Strawberry Shortcake pink powder. I'm pretty much set on pink powders for a little while because I just don't use it as much. This one is a little more pink than the rest of my pink powders, but it's still not bad, and I do like it. And obviously, the nostalgia of Strawberry Shortcake I love. So I do keep this one, and I'm going to keep this one. Okay. So here's the other mini Catrice powder. This is Warm Nude, I believe. Yeah, 020 Warm Nude. So I have to use this like all over my face because it's too dark for my under eyes. The pink one is over in my drawer, and I am keeping it, but this is the same size of it. And I'm getting pretty low on that one because it's my favorite for using under my eyes right now. I'm debating whether to keep this in my minis drawer. I need to evaluate and see if I have any loose powders in my minis drawer, my mini vanity. I'll probably do another video with maybe some going through that again. We'll see. I'll put this over in the maybe for the moment. Especially since I've got this too. Moving on, the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I wasn't wowed by this. If I remember correctly, this looked kind of heavy on me. I do like this. This is nice. I like when they have that kind of packaging. This is a net. This is like the old like Becca style net. You know what? I'm going to put this in the maybe pile and go back and check my notes to see if I absolutely hated this one or not. Because I cannot remember, unfortunately, if this was the one that made my skin look very dry and crepey. And that may have been because of the foundation and the concealer I used in the Full Face of Milani as well. So I'm going to put it in the maybe pile for now. I'll come back in a minute to it. The Revolution Beauty one. So this is like a dual powder. So you have your loose powder down here. It is very, very messy. See, that's what I was talking about with the sifters. I have to clean that up. And then you have the pressed powder up here. This is their IRL 2-in-1 loose and pressed powder. I believe it's translucent. I love this because you have both your pressed and your loose powder in one to carry along with you. And it's a decent powder. I did like how my base looked after using this. So I do want to use it some more. I just wish it wasn't as messy. But yeah, gonna keep. And then lastly, in loose powders, I have my ColourPop No Filter Loose Setting Powder. I keep forgetting I have this. It's the shade Translucent. I need to use this more. I need to have this moved into something so I can use it more on a daily basis. That way like I did with the pressed no filter and found out I really like the finishing powder. So I am going to keep this because I need to use it some more. All right, let me clean up my little mess here. And let's go back to my maybes first, and then I'll clean up my mess. I'm going to declutter this one. I'm going to pass it on. I don't feel like I need to keep it. This one I'm going to keep because I love the nostalgia of Sleeping Beauty. And she's my favorite. And I am going to keep the... Sorry, guys, my camera cut out. I am going to keep this one for now, too. But definitely, I need to move this one and this one. This one. And this one out into my front of my drawer so I can really put them on my chopping block for the next round. But let me gather up my totals for this setting powders, kind of clean up my mess, and then pull the eyeliners and mascaras and stuff up, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I found this over in my monthly makeup roulette drawer. Obviously, I told you guys about this one already, but I also found this one in there. This is the Glam Light Bacon Set Translucent Powder. This is a very nice powder for blurring, but I don't feel like it lasts for longevity. This one I tend to use if I'm just going to be filming because it looks really nice on camera. It looks nice in person too, but it just doesn't last to hold my oil at bay. So when I want something like that, I reach for my Lunar Beauty or some of my other ones. So I need to add this one in. But let's count, see how many I kept. So I kept 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is my backup, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, counting my backups, 25. Okay, so I kept 25 setting powder, including all my backups. That's still a little much, and I decluttered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I decluttered more than I thought I was going to, but I still need to do some more. Like I said, there's some that's on the chopping block for next time. But yeah, I'm going to move on to eyeliners and mascara. I think I'm going to do mascara next and then like my miscellaneous. And then we'll work on eyeliners because I think I'm going to swatch eyeliners. So, all right, so let me kind of move some things forward, get the powders out of the way, and I'll be right back. All right, so let's start with kind of miscellaneous here a little bit. I keep these for to put on my earlobes for my clip-on earrings because sometimes they are a little painful. So it usually helps to keep a little Vaseline on beforehand. And I found these nice little minis to keep in my drawer for that. So I'm going to keep these. I have this little like glitter oil control rollerball thing. I never reach for this. I thought it was a good concept, but I always forget to like throw it in my bag to use. And honestly, I prefer blotting papers over this. So I'm going to pass this along. Plus it kind of leaves blue dye on everything for some reason. So I'm going to pass this along. Pencil sharpener, brand new. I have 2 of these. Going to keep. I have this one that's all the different sizes from Ulta Beauty. The lipstick lesbians. rave about this one, so I picked it up, and they're right, it is a really nice pencil sharpener, and you have like every size you need right there, so definitely keeping. And I love the fact that this one, as well as this one, has the little picks in there, so you can kind of pick out the leftover product that gets stuck in there. So keep those. These are my lash curler replacements. Gonna keep. This is my case to throw my lashes in. This one might be empty, actually. Yeah, this one's empty, so put that away in a drawer. This is an eyeliner palette, so I'm going to move that over with the eyeliners. Okay, so I'm just going to put those right back in here. Okay. Here we have my Ioni black eyeliner, and it's a glue. I love to put this down on my eye before I go in with glue on my lashes. So love these. Keeping. These are all my backups of them. I have a Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive with Aloe in black. I never reach for this, so I'm going to get rid of it. Same with the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive in the clear. I'm going to get rid of that. I never reach for the tube ones. I just prefer the Duo Lash Glue, and specifically the latex free ones. Just because when I use regular lash glue, it kind of makes my eyes itch a bit. So I tend to go for this type. So, and I have both of these that I'm keeping. Let me make sure they're not like super goopy or anything. Yeah, they're still in decent shape. I need to use this one more because it's starting to get a little bit old. Let me swatch these real quick, see if they're on their last legs or not. Oh no, that one is still really good. So I'm going to keep. And let's see about this one. Sometimes the only thing I will say, when I put these over the shimmers, they get kind of messed up. Okay, that one's still good. Alright, so I'm going to keep those. I'm going to wipe that off so my hand's not sticky. Okay, alright, so we can set those to the side. So I kept all of that, and then I decluttered 2 lash glues and a roller ball thingy. Okay. Mascaras. So we have some new ones in box that I'm definitely going to keep. So let me pull those all out. And then we can get started on the other ones. Oh, hold on. I've got some more like miscellaneous stuff. Just my lash mirror, scissors for lashes, little holder for my lashes, keeping. This is a little applicator that I got from Shop Miss A, keeping. I have this little like heated lash curler I got from Dollar Tree. It's not bad, but I'll be honest, I never reach for it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Sticking with eyelash curlers, I have several I'm keeping. I love this type. I don't like the spring-loaded type, but I have like, let me see here, I have Tweezer Man. I have this little guide that like came in a kit, so you can measure your eye for your eyelashes. Nice little kit. Keeping. But yeah, I have Tweezer Man. I have Beauty Creations, Wet n Wild, and Essence. I'm keeping all of those. Plus I have a Care Bear one, Wet n Wild one over there. Okay. I also have some lash applicators. I have one from Tarte and I have one from Lorella. Really like these longer ones. I tend to take these and kind of use them to press my lashes together with my natural lash. So keeping those. I have this little set that's reusable from Real Techniques. I keep forgetting I have this. I need to actually pull this out on my desk so that I can, oops, use these under my eyes, and then you kind of use these to clean up. I'll have to pick up the other one that fell on the floor, but I like the fact that it's reusable. So keeping that. I have a couple of products that I bought for trying to do wings because I'm trying to practice that. So I'm going to keep all of these. I think that's the only 3 I have. Yeah, I'm going to keep all of those. I also have this lash applicator from AOA Studio. I don't really like these compared to the other ones, so I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to keep the Kiss one, though, because it goes with the mirror. And I do like the fact that it has this little, like, edge on it. So I'm going to keep that one. I have this. This is for scraping excess product out of your makeup tubes and skincare and things like that. So I'm going to keep that. I have a larger one around here somewhere, too. I have these 2. These are for, like, cleaning up, like, your eyeshadow and things. I have one from Dollar Tree, which is the Be Pure and the Galactic one. Basically, if you, like, mess up and you want to just go along the edge, you just go along with this. It's like this gel type consistency, but it's essentially like a makeup remover. And you just go along and kind of clean up the edge of your makeup. They're nice. You just got to be a little careful with them where they're kind of a jelly consistency. This one's a little more firm compared to the Dollar Tree one. But I'm keeping both of those. And this is just a paper with all the, like, different minis that you can get from Ulta and the little mini brands. Just keep that in there so I can keep track. Okay. Alright, so let's move on to mascara. I'm keeping all my new ones in a box. This is my last Charmacy Milano. So definitely keeping. That's one of my favorite mascaras. I do have 2 that's in my empties already. That's the Charmacy Milano that's dried up and empty now. And then the Makeup Revolution. I forget the name of it. I think it's Great Lash. It's the one that's in the pink and green tube that's been around forever. But let's see here. I'm definitely keeping the Blend Buddy one. Definitely keeping the Magify. Just got this. Definitely keeping the ColourPop Level Up Lengthening Mascara. This is in black. Definitely keeping the ColourPop Act Natural, also in black. I love to pair those 2 together. Just got this, the mini of the Benefit. They're real. Melt Supernatural Lash. This is a backup. Keeping. I just got this. Haven't got to try it yet. This is from Persona. This is a tubing mascara. So definitely going to try that out. I have the e.l.f. Incredicurl mascara. Haven't tried it yet. So keeping. Okay. So let's see here. We have the L'Oreal Panorama. I've only used this once or twice, but I like it so far, so I'm going to keep. We have the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. I actually have 2 of these, so let me see which one I've used. Okay. Looks like... Okay, it looks like I've used this one. And I'm going to declutter the other one. pass it along. But I'm going to keep that one. I also have the e.l.f. Lash Extender. I like those thin ones. I think I've used that once. I'm going to keep the Essence Lash Princess, the False Lash Effect. I do like this. It tends to transfer though, and I just prefer other mascaras over it now. But it is a very nice, affordable mascara. This one's pretty dried out too, looks like. So I'm going to declutter that one. The Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer. I never reach for this. I thought I would, but it just sits in there and I always forget to use it, so I'm just going to pass it along. We have the Gourmand Girls Volume Eleve Mascara. I keep forgetting I have this one. It gets kind of lost in the bundle here. I have way too many mascaras open at once. Ooh. Well, that's a bad sign. Okay, it completely dried up and I never used it, so that really stinks. So that's gone. Okay, we have the Give Beauty one. Gonna give it a try. I don't know how I feel about the little ball on the end of it. Definitely gonna keep my Benefit Roller Lash. Make sure it's not dried out. Okay, yeah, no, it's still in good shape. The ColourPop Act Natural. Okay, this is in brown. Okay, that's still in good shape. I'm gonna keep. I just got the What's Up Beauty Mini. I haven't used it yet. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that one. Okay, I'm going to try it, but I got a feeling that one's not going to last. And set that over here with the Persona one. The Essence Lash Without Limits. This is in the brown. Now, I prefer this over the Essence Lash Princess. I prefer the Lash Without Limits line. It's better, in my opinion. I'm going to keep, because I don't really have much brown mascara. The Touch and Soul Stretch X Stretch Last Effect Mascara. I'm not wowed by this. And I've had it twice now, so I'm going to declutter. The Dolly Beauty one. I want to try out some more. I'm going to keep. Another Essence one that I really like is the Call Me Queen Dramatic False Lash Effect. I like this one better than the Lash Princess. I like the wand on it better. So keeping. We got another ColourPop Level Up. I believe this is in black. Yeah. I am going to keep the Scooby-Doo Mascara from Glamlight. I'm not a huge fan of Glamlight mascaras, to be honest with you. I just feel like they're subpar, so I get rid of. I'm not sure about those two. Let me go back to those. That one. I'm keeping the Melt Supernatural Lash. I'm just opening them to make sure they're not dried out. I really, really need to get through these. Okay. Also keeping the So High. Oh yeah, I like the skinny wand on that one. Okay. The One Size Fantasize Mascara. I wasn't wowed by this, and the wand was a little pokey, so I'm gonna get rid of. Love the Benefit Bad Gal Bang, one of my favorites. It's got that like silicone wand to it. Okay, so I'm going to keep the Makeup Revolution 5D Lash. I actually really liked this recently. Same with the Milani Highly Rated. I really like that one. I wasn't wowed by the Catrice Pure False Lash, so I think... yeah, I'm going to get rid of that one. Okay, so I kept 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That seems to be my number today. So I kept 25, which is way too many mascaras. Especially, I should never have this many opened up. I should really stop doing that where I want to try a new full face of makeup and I just keep pulling in more mascaras. And I need to get better at getting rid of them after their 3-month shelf life as well. So I kept 25 and I decluttered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So definitely need to do better, but I'm surprised I decluttered as many as I did, to be honest with you, because I tend to hoard mascaras for some reason. I need to get out of that habit. Okay, so let's move on to eyeliners, and I'm going to grab a makeup wipe because I want to swatch eyeliners. So let me move all this out of the way and move the other up. Okay, first up, I know I'm going to keep this. This is my Blend Bunny Lens makeup, or not Blend Bunny. This is the Glisten Cosmetics side. This is the Cake Liner palette. As you can see, I haven't even used it. It's brand new. I actually want to try this out because I've never used cake liners before. And I thought this was a really nice collection. And I know that this collection is going away if it hasn't already. So if you're interested in picking it up, the other side is a Blend Bunny palette and they're magnetic. They stick together. But I'm definitely keeping this. I'm definitely keeping my gel liners from Melt. I just think they are really, really nice. This is Onyx. And I have Nightshade. Both of these, yeah, both of these were from the Bailey Sarian Fatally Yours. And their gel liners seem to last a good while. And then I also have Penny. This one might be on the chopping block next time, though. I got this one in a mystery box because I haven't got to try it out yet. But keeping those. Okay, this is currently in November's Spin Wheel series. This is Glamlight and Chucky. I love this eyeliner. I used it the other day. Look how fine that tip is. It actually was really, really easy for me to use this across my eye the other day, so I really want to try to do a wing with it and see if maybe that has been my issue the whole time of just needing a really good thin eyeliner for my hooded eyes. So I'm definitely keeping this. Okay. The e.l.f. brush tip liner. I picked this up because I watched a girl on TikTok say that if you have hooded eyes, this is the best type of eyeliner to use. But I don't need both. So I got one in a mystery or an advent calendar. So I'll keep one and I'll get rid of the other one and pass it on. I'm going to get rid of this one, but I'm going to keep this one. Graphic liners. Let me grab them. I'll grab some other brush tip liners in here too. Okay. Alright. Let's do the brush tip liners first. This is Glamlight and Barbie. Yeah, this one is completely dried up, so it's going in the garbage. I'm pretty sure this one is too. This is why I should not buy eyeliners. That one's not too bad, but it's definitely on its last leg. Because I don't use them enough because I'm just not good at liquid liner, and they get dried out in my collection. So those are going. The ColourPop Vampire Liner. I used this recently in a look, and it was okay. It wasn't dried out or anything, so that was nice. But I just feel like it's not pigmented enough for me. I had to really, really layer it. So I'm going to declutter. They also have the one that's called Forever. I think this is the green one. Oh, this is like a, yeah, it's like a dark green with some glitter. They're just, I'm not wowed by them at all. And I don't really do graphic liners, so. This is what I'm talking about with not buying whole collections. This is the last one in that collection. That one is Coven. Coven's a black one. That one's still like more pigmented than the rest, but again, I don't need it, so passing it along. We have the ones from Unearthly. This is Tears. It's from their Immortal collection. That one is completely dried up, so that one is going. And we also have Love Struck. This one is really pretty, but again, it is so dry. Yeah, completely dried up now. So that one is going. Okay. Stamps. So we have a wing stamp from Shop Miss A. On one end it's an eyeliner, and on the other is a stamp. I've tried these multiple times, and they just don't work for me. I could never get them lined up properly. And the eyeliner is just okay, so I'm going to get rid of this. Okay. Stampers. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay. There's another Ioni lash glue. Let me see what that one looks like. That one's a little draggy, so I'm going to get rid of that one. I want to roll off the table on me here. Okay. Stamps. Let's go through them. So we have my ColourPop Spider one. I do wish they made this a little thinner, though. Okay. That one's still decent, so keep. This one's going to stain my hand, but... Alright, that one's still decent. I'll keep. Okay, I'll keep that one. Let's continue with ColourPop ones. The moon shape. Okay. Keep. Keep the black heart one. We have stars. Ooh, that one's still good, really good. Okay, I'm going to keep that one. Okay, what are the rest of these? These Amazon. Okay, so we have a flower. I don't have a flower. Ooh, that one's nice. I'll keep that one. What are you? Stars. I have one already with ColourPop. Let's see how this one looks. That one actually works a little bit better. I'll keep that one. It's annoying me now. Okay, we have another moon. Let's see how this one looks compared to the ColourPop one. Okay, yeah. All right, this still works pretty good. What is this one? Oh, that's that Ione. Oh, no, that's another one. Okay. Yeah, that one seems a little dry too, so I'll get rid of that one. Okay, this is like multiple hearts. Oh no, it's another red heart. Ooh, okay. So I have 3 different colors. I have like a pink, a like dark red, and then like a red. So I'm going to keep all of those. Okay, let me see if I can get this off my hand before it fully stains. Yep, a little too late. I'll just have to scrub at them later. But as you can see, they last on the hand. I'll have to use some like Dawn dish soap and stuff later to try to get it off my hand. Hopefully I was in frame this whole time. Okay, so I decluttered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I decluttered 20, and I kept 1 palette, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So I kept 26, and I decluttered, what did I say, 24 or 20? So not bad. I think I did really good with that one. So I'll definitely go through, throw away the dried out ones, and see if any of my friends want the ones that are still kind of pigmented. So I'm happy with that. That's definitely going to free up space in my drawer that was full of eyeliners and mascaras. So yeah, stay tuned. More declutters will be coming. I appreciate you guys watching. And yeah, stay tuned. Definitely trying to get better at dwindling down my collection and knowing what I want to use and not use. And my spin wheel series has really been helping me with that. So I appreciate you guys. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year. So I think as of yesterday, I'm at 389. So getting closer, but the end of the year is creeping up rather quickly. When I do reach 500 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. So stay tuned. I really could use your guys' help to reach that goal of mine, and I would appreciate it. So again, like and subscribe down below. And until next time, guys, bye.